lot of times with us, when men get married, they still got a little boy in them. They're still boys to a degree. And one of the things about boys, Brother Davis, is we like hanging out with our friends. And guys can be very loyal and very tight and very close with their friends. Amen? Right, guys? We can be like that. Especially if you've been through some things with some of your buddies in life. And so sometimes when a young couple get married, there's a season or a tendency where maybe the guy's buddies have a time when they'll want to keep encroaching in on the family. This young married guy has now. He's not just a guy. He's got a family now. He's got a wife. And then sometimes along come children. And if the guy's not careful, a lot of times his buddies will still try to keep coming around. Is anybody relating to what I'm saying right now?
Yeah.
The guys are afraid to raise their hand, and the women's, don't leave me out here alone, ladies. Come on now. And the boys will keep coming around. So the challenge is, this isn't a boys' club anymore. This isn't guys just hanging out now. You're a family man now. You're a married man.
Yes.
And sometimes a conflict will come. And over the years as a pastor, I've had the opportunity to, with guys like, and the man's outlook is like, Pastor, can you tell my wife she needs to get over this thing? I mean, she just, man, I don't know. I married this beautiful girl who liked me and my friends, and now she's like psycho, and she doesn't want my buddies around anymore. And I'll listen to both of them tell the story, and the longer the story goes, and then the guys are shocked when I kind of lean over and say, you need to listen to the psycho. Just kidding, ladies. Amen. When I say your wife is right, because where we're at right now, we're at a junction where you need to grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
You see, yes, you're telling me, well, your friends are just wanting to hang out, but the part you're not really wanting to highlight that she'll bring out is, but your friends are there at 2 o'clock in the morning watching the Three Stooges, amen, or something like that. And it's like, okay, it's one thing to have your buddies over at 7 o'clock at night if they leave by 9 o'clock at night and let you have your family back. It's another thing when they gather around and hang out of your house till 1 or 2 in the morning. And I got news for you, man. If you ain't figured this out yet, after a little while, your wifey poo ain't going to like that, amen. And it's going to begin to bring a conflict into the home. Let me tell you what's going on here. It's time to choose your wife. It's time for you to understand that, you know what, listen, because what's happening here is the same thing that happens a lot of times in our walk of faith in Christianity. We'll come to the Lord, but we still got old hangers on. We still got old friends from who we were before we accepted Jesus Christ. And those things will try to continue to come along and be part of who we are. And there's a certain moment in time when we have to determine, okay, listen, I got no room for you in my life right now. You certainly aren't going to take the lion's share of my life. I'm going to choose my wife. Or in this case with Christ, I am choosing my time in my life with Jesus Christ. Amen. It's getting quiet. I might be meddling here. Amen. But the reality comes down to this, that you know what? There comes moments in your life when you've got different things in your life. And the Lord's saying, I need you to grow and come a little bit higher up the ladder. I need you to get in a little closer walk of faith with me. And to do that, you're going to have to cut loose of some of these other things. And you're going to have to make me a bigger part of your life. Am I making any sense today? Amen.
Yes.
And then there's times